Hello everybody, welcome to this Verbling class. My name is Teacher Amy and it's a Friday for me in New Zealand. Woohoo, Friday. So today's class is a writing class. We're going to be having some fun writing today. So if you would like to practice your writing skills, then come along. I think there are a few slots left if you're quick. The topic for today's writing class is what I want to be when I grow up. So this is sort of up to you guys to decide what you'd like to write about. You can write about what you wanted to be when you were little. Maybe you wanted to be a princess. Maybe you wanted to be the president of your country. Or you can write about something maybe imaginary, like an ideal job that you would do if you could. Like perhaps you would like to be a travel presenter and go around the world, staying in nice hotels and reviewing food in different lovely places. Maybe you would like to be a racing car driver, but you just don't have the skills and have never actually driven a race car. Whatever you like, it's sort of use your imagination, use your ingenuity today, and we're going to practice writing with a bit of a fun topic. You can also feel free to make it all up. I won't know whether you're making it up or not. So before we get started, just have a little think about what you're going to write about today along that line. And I'm just going to share a couple of pages with you. If you haven't been on Verbling before, if you're watching this from Google Plus or from YouTube, you might be wondering where we are. You can find us on verbling.com, and I'm posting 2 pages into the Verbling chat box for those of you who can see it. You are very welcome to go and take a look at my Facebook page, which I do update now and again. With different stuff. If I find some cool videos through the week, or if I decide to let you know what classes are coming up, I will post some things onto Facebook, and you're very welcome to post things for me or the other students. Sometimes, like last week, we had some really great writing, so I asked my lovely students if I could share their writing, so you can go along and see sometimes what we've been doing in a class. If you want to find out some particular details about Verbling, how to join in, how to get private tutoring sessions, or perhaps you're interested in finding out more about one of the teachers, then you need to go to the Verbling teacher page, which is verbling.com/teachers/the teacher's name. Mine's Amy G, and you can see that link there in the chat box. You can go ahead, find out all the information you need. If you have any further questions, then just get in touch with the messaging feature, and you can find that at the Verbling teacher page. So it's a really handy one to know. All right, let's say hello and see if we've got today to write about what we're going to do or what we wanted to be when we grow up. So hello to Raphael. Hello.
Hello, Teacher Amy.
Hello, Raphael. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great, thanks, Raphael. How's life going?
Pretty normal. Nothing. I just stay home today. I didn't work and
You worked
studying
from
a
home?
little bit.
Mhm.
Yes. Working my knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
And are you good at working from home, Raphael, or do you get distracted by the fridge or maybe the TV or your dog? I don't know.
It's relative. It depends on my mood. It depends on how many people are at home. It depends on my lovely dog barking out there. It depends on the car of the street and the level of noise. It depends on everything.
Fair enough. What was it? A relatively good day today?
Yes. It was a good day.
Awesome.
It was a profitable day, I think.
Excellent. Well, I'm very glad to hear it. So our topic today is we're going to write about what we want to be, or what we want to be when we grow up. I know most of us are already grown up, but it's a typical thing that you say or that you ask children in English, and I don't know whether that's true of Portuguese as well, but when you were younger, is there something that you desperately wished you could be, like, I don't know, an astronaut or maybe a king?
I don't wanna. I can't say by in behalf of everyone, but at least I haven't that. I didn't have that concern. I grew up with my beliefs, with my wills, like every child wants to has.
Mhm.
I just wanted. I just tried to have a normal life, not uh, play when I have to play, make friends, and
Mhm.
uh, do my activities, study, and learn. But I don't know. I have the idea that we should let things happen naturally because
Mhm.
we don't know what will happen next. It's little. We can make plans, we can make predictions, but it's relative. A lot of things happen throughout our life. So
Better
I
just
don't
to
know.
wait and see.
Even making plans, we must let things go with the flow. But
Yeah.
it's relative.
All right. Interesting perspective. Thank you, Raphael. I definitely think a lot of people take that route, and then you get some other people who have always wanted to be, a teacher, even from when they were tiny, and then they turn into a teacher, and it's I don't know.
Maybe because the teacher is the first person after your
Who
mom or
was
dad, your
learning.
relatives
Yeah.
is the second. So you identify yourself with them a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably true. Very insightful. Thank you for that, Raphael.
Thank you.
All right, well, welcome. Nice to see you as always. Who else do we have here? We have Aldona. Hello. I think. Are you there?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Aldona. You've changed your picture, and now I can see your dog and you.
Oh, yes, that's me. My
It's
dog.
very nice. And your dog looks bigger in that picture than the last one. Has he grown, or is it just a different angle?
The second option, just the different
Different
angle.
angle. All right, so Aldona, what did you want to be when you were younger? Did you have desperate dreams to be a princess or, I don't know, a fairy maybe?
No, I wanted to be a doctor.
Really? And what's your
Yes.
job? Are you a doctor?
No, I'm the teacher. I
What
teach
changed?
physical education.
So, okay, it's still to do with your body, I guess.
Yes.
So, did you change your mind, or did you just decide like a doctor wasn't really for you, or too long, too
Yes.
hard, too
I thought that it
expensive?
was no, it was okay, but I was too sensitive to this kind of job
Hmm.
because you must be very um, of strong mind to
Yeah.
perform this kind of work, not?
Hmm. Yeah. Fair enough. I completely agree. There's no way I could ever be a doctor. I just can't cope with people being sick. It's too hard for me. So I would not be able to do it either. But it's interesting how your perspective changes as you get older. All right, so Aldona wants to be a doctor. Raphael just was going to go with the flow. Let's find out what Lipe, or maybe I'm saying that wrong.
Yes, you say correctly.
Correct. Excellent. Hi, Lipe.
Hi, teacher. Hi,
Where
Amy.
are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
All right, nice to meet you. And tell us about what you wanted to be when you were younger. Did you have dreams?
Yes, yes. I had dreams. And I would be. I would. I want. I'd like to be when I was younger. A doctor of animals. I don't know.
Ah, a vet.
Yes, a vet. Yes.
All right. And was that because you just really liked animals?
Yes, I like it.
Cool. And what are
Today,
you now, Lipe? Are you a vet or are you something different?
I'm doing different thing. I'm studying human science.
You're studying human science?
Yes.
Okay. And what are your plans? What kind of job would you like?
Well, I my plan is change of course because I don't like I think that I would like, but I don't like my my course.
You
So
thought
I
you
want
thought
to
you would
change.
like it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. So I want to change for engineering.
Wow. All right. So, are you still in the process of making a decision, or have you already decided you're definitely going to
I'm
change?
in process of decision.
All
Process.
right. Well, that's a quite a tricky decision, I think. So, good luck with that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we have a vet as well. So welcome, Lipe, and last but not least, we have Carvalho.
Hi, teacher.
How how did I do with your name?
Carvalho.
Carval?
Lho.
Carvalho?
Okay.
I'm sorry. All right, I'll do my best. And where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
All right, three Brazilians. You've got
Yes.
no, you've got competition today, Rafael. All right, so Carvalho, I'm so sorry about my pronunciation. Tell us what you wanted to be when you were younger.
When I was younger, my dream was to become a football player.
Aha, I'm sure that was probably the dream of a few boys. And what happened? Were you good at football?
No, I think I can play a good football, but in Brazil it's very difficult to become a professional
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
there are a lot of good players here,
Hmm.
so it's very difficult.
So I'm assuming that I'm not talking to a famous Brazilian football player.
I'm
Even
not
if I
sure.
was, I probably wouldn't know, to be honest, because I'm totally hopeless with sport. So what's your job?
I'm chemist.
A chemist. Wow, that's
Yeah,
very different. And why did
yeah.
you decide to be a chemist?
I like this field of science.
Hmm.
I really like it. I like math and physics too.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's lovely to meet those of you who I just met today. So I'm going to give you guys, if you want to access it, you can go to the Google Drive. It's just a blank document today, and if you want to get the link, you'll see it there now in the
Mhm.
Google chat. So I'm going to give you as much time as I can. I think probably about 20 minutes, guys. Okay, so that we've got a nice
Ooh.
amount of time just to read through. Um, and you can decide what you want to write about today. So just have a think about what we've talked about so far this lesson. Take your time. You can set your story in whichever tense you like. All right, so you can start off by saying, when I was younger, I wanted to be this, but I turned out doing this. You can just pretend that you are still young and write me something about imaginary what you want to be. Anything you like based upon today's general topic, okay? So just have a think about what you want to write. If you have any questions, just ask. I will be here, but I'll just be quiet and let you guys think and write. And if you could all remember just to mute your microphones,
Mhm.
then it just makes it nice and quiet for us. So does anyone have any questions? No? Everyone know what to do. So you simply, if I just share the screen quickly, I'll just get you started. If you want to write somewhere else on your computer and paste it in here at the end, that's fine. So just type your name, Amy. When I was 5, let's say, I really wanted to be a ballerina. This isn't true, actually. I never wanted to be a ballerina. And then you can tell me all about that, or you might start off saying, I've always thought it would be amazing to be an astronaut, maybe. Off you go. So I'll leave it up to you. Just type your name in the document. If you'd rather type somewhere else, that's fine. Don't forget to maybe save it now and again so that you don't lose what you're doing. And I will see you guys in about 20 minutes.
Am I the only one in this on this paper?
Maybe I'll do it for the moment. If you're self-conscious, just write it in another document, and you can copy and paste it back in there at the end if you prefer. It's totally up to you. Okay.
No, okay, I'm in this paper, but
Yeah.
there's nobody.
That's all right. Some of the other students, Raphael's there.
Okay.
The other students might just be coming to join us at the end. Okay.
Okay.
just over 5 or so minutes left, everybody. So try to start thinking about wrapping it up and going over the writing just to see if there are any corrections.
Teacher,
Yeah.
when I finish, do I must to type it here in the chat?
When you've finished, if you could either copy and paste it into the chat or into the document, either of those is fine. I'll put it into the document for you, and then we'll look at it on the screen as we correct it, okay?
Okay.
All right, that's great. So just go over it carefully, and if you want to change anything or add anything, then you've got another sort of few minutes. Otherwise, we'll correct in a few minutes. Okay, Carvalho?
Okay.
Okay, guys. I'm going to see whether Carvalho, do you want to go first with yours? Are you there?
Yes, I am. I didn't understand.
Would you like to go first, Carvalho? Be the first one that we do corrections for.
Okay, I can do the first.
Brilliant, thank you. All right, this is yours, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just make it a little bit bigger so that we can easily see it. And what I'd like you to do is to read it, please.
You want to read this?
Yes, please.
Okay. When I was younger, I had a dream. My dream was to become a musician. I really like to play guitar because in my country there are a lot of good guitarists, such as Baden Powell, Lavín de Almeida, Guilherme Reis, and so on. I think this dream can come true in the future. I know it demands a lot of dedication. However, if I study hard, I can achieve my purpose. In my view, the main difficulty a guitarist can face is related to the fact that always your fans will be rating your best. If you are not able to do that, you can disappoint many people.
All right, great work. Do you tell me about your guitar playing briefly? Are you in a band? Do you play solo guitar? What kind of guitar do you like?
I like to play classical guitar.
Oh wow, all right. So, and
Yeah,
that's I think very technically challenging, right?
yes.
And how good are you?
How good? I think I am good.
And do you write your own music or do you play covers or other people's music?
Other people here? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So you play pieces that have already been written by somebody. You don't compose your own music.
Yes, I didn't compose my music. I, I don't have this knowledge, I think.
All right. Well, it's an awesome dream, I think, to become a musician. So let's have a look at your writing and see if we can make some corrections. So when I was younger, I had a dream. My dream was to become a musician. Perfect. Well done. I really with two L's. I really, whoopsie daisy, that's not what I wanted to do. I really like to play guitar because in my country there are a lot of good guitarists, such as Baden Powell, Lorindo de la Mida, Dilemando Rice, and so on. Excellent. I think this dream can come true in the future. I would say here, I think this dream could, or maybe might, because we're talking about a possibility, okay?
Okay.
If you say, I think I can do something, I think this dream can come true. Because it's a dream, we can't actually use can. We have to use could or might to emphasize the fact that it's a possibility, okay?
Okay.
I know it demands a lot of dedication. Absolutely. Normally we start a sentence with however, so here it would be nicer if we put but, okay? Or you can put a full stop and then put however. But if I study hard, I can achieve my goal or goals.
Goals, okay.
To achieve a goal, okay? In
teacher,
my view, yeah.
Why don't purpose?
Good question. To achieve a purpose is not quite correct because a purpose is like your intention for something. You can't achieve it or not achieve it. It's just there. But your goal is like the end point. So your purpose might be to, I don't know, what can I give you as an example? So your goal is to be a guitarist, and the purpose of that is because you enjoy playing the guitar. Because you enjoy playing the guitar, you want to be a guitarist. So your goal is actually the thing that you are trying to achieve, and your purpose is like the reason why you're doing it. So you can't actually achieve the purpose, okay?
Okay.
In my view, the main difficulty with two Fs the main difficulties a guitarist can face. And because we've got difficulties, we need to have this in the plural here, so are related.
Okay, okay.
Yeah?
Yes,
Are related to, well done, the fact that always needs to come after the subject and the verb. So your fans will always be waiting your best. I think here it's better to put something like wanting or perhaps expecting.
okay.
Do you know what expecting means?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, all right. So waiting is a little bit different maybe in Portuguese to English. Waiting is sort of implying that you're actually just doing nothing and something is going to happen soon. It's not. It doesn't give the idea of expectation. So you need to use the word expecting in English, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you are not able to do that, you might or may or will perhaps. Again, this is a thing about possibility because you're using if, right? It's a possibility. If something happens, then you need to use a kind of conditional verb. So you might or you will disappoint. 1 S, 2 P's, all right?
Okay. It's right, because Portuguese made this mistake.
All right, that was a very lovely start, Carvalho. Do you understand all of the corrections?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Great work. Just I think maybe you need to be a bit careful about possibility. Obviously, this topic is all about possibility. So that's the sort of thing that you need to use, those types of verbs, when you're writing in this kind of sense, okay?
Okay.
Okay, who would like to go next? No volunteers. Are you ready, Aldona? No?
Yes.
Yep. All right, brilliant. So I'm going to make yours a bit bigger, and then I'm going to ask you to do exactly the same and read it,
Okay.
please. There we go.
Okay. When I was a young girl, I wanted to say, I always wanted to help all people in need. So why I decided to be a doctor. I studied a lot to let my dreams come true, but shortly then I realized that I'm not strong-minded enough to perform such a responsible work. While studying, I used to practice some sport alongside. It was usually aerobic, jogging, swimming, gymnastics, etc. This kind of sport was always a perfect way for me to relax and to get rid of all the worries that tried to make my life miserable. As it increases the level of endorphins in the brain, and as you may know, this so-called hormone of joy never let you feel sad, depressed, or anxious. Now I pass my amusement for sport to my students, and as I can see, they enjoy doing sport as much as I did it not so many years ago.
That's lovely, Aldona. What an awesome thing. All right, let's go through some corrections, and then I would talk about it for a second. So when I was a young girl, I always wanted to help. Instead of all people, we'd usually say everyone or everybody, okay? Or, because you're just talking about people in general, you can literally just say people, because then you're talking about those people who are in need, okay?
Okay.
So that's why. That's why I decided to be a doctor. I study a lot to make, because you're actually you're the one who's making them come true. If you let somebody, it's more like permission or releasing. Because you're the one who's actively doing it, you need to say make, okay? Okay, I studied a lot to make my dreams come true. Or I studied a lot so my dreams would come true. But shortly then, I don't think you need to say shortly. I think perhaps shortly is referring to something in the future from now. So you can't use it in the past. You could say shortly afterwards. Okay? Shortly afterwards, I realized, or soon afterwards, I realized that I'm not strong-minded enough to perform such a responsible work. Usually we would say I wasn't. I know that sounds a bit funny because you're still the same person now, but it's because we're talking about a situation that occurred in the past. So I wasn't strong-minded enough to perform such responsible work. No, okay? Nice, really nice sentence. Okay, while studying, I used to practice some sport alongside. Usually we don't actually say practice in English. We usually just say do. I know it's boring. I used to do some sport. And alongside is talking about the actual location, Aldona, like physical location, okay? Usually. So I would say at the same time. Something like that. In my free time, something. It was usually aerobics, jogging, swimming, gymnastics, etc. This kind of sport was always a perfect way for me to relax and to get rid of all the worries that tried to make my life miserable. I love it. Miserable. As it increases the level of endorphins in the brain, and as you may know, this so-called hormone of joy, you can put this in like little speech marks maybe, never lets you. Now this is the perfect thing to use, let, because yeah, it's allowing you, right? Or it's not allowing you to feel sad, depressed, or anxious. Wonderful. Now I pass my amusement for sport onto. You pass something onto somebody else. And as I can see, they enjoy doing sport as much as I did. Don't need it. Not so many years ago. Very good, Aldona. That was very accurate. Just a few little sort of adjustments, I would say, rather than corrections. So what's your favourite sport, Aldona?
Swimming.
Why is it swimming? What's so great about swimming?
Because I don't sweat a lot.
Yeah. And apparently swimming is good for, like, isn't it good for all parts of your body? Or
yes,
it's
it
quite
is.
Balanced?
Yes,
that's what I've
and
heard.
it's a very quick way to lose your weight and to burn your calories.
Alright. Do you swim in a pool or in the sea?
No, in the pool.
Alright.
I'm not that brave to swim in the sea.
We have a lot of swimming in the sea here where I live in Auckland, so to be honest, I'm a bit scared of doing that, but lots of people like it, so I just wondered. Alright, thanks Aldona, that was very good writing.
Thank you.
Okay, let's just see if Lipe. Lipe, are you still there?
Yes, teacher. I'm here.
Awesome. Have you finished your writing?
Yes, I did. I sent you.
There we go. Alright, I've just seen it in the chat box. Alright, so let's do yours, Lipe. I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to make it bigger. And I'm going to ask you, would you please read your writing for us? Can you see it?
I will read.
Yes,
you
please. Yep.
Sorry, the connection's not good.
Ah, sorry, Lipe. Okay, would you like me to read it?
Okay, I can read. I think that I can read now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. When I was 6, I liked animals a lot, so then I thought to be a vet. But while I was growing up, I see that is not what I would like to be. Well, I began to think other professions, and it come to be an engineer. But I was not totally sure about that, and I started the social science college. In fact, I don't think of future doing that. And then I start to think about to be an electrician engineer. So I looked for about what that profession that really do, and I got security with what I found. For now, I will run behind my dream.
Thank you, Lipe. I really like your style. Very nice sounding style. So let's have a look. We've got some corrections to make. It's a little bit tricky, this topic, because we're using the conditional at times. So let's talk about it. When I was 6, I liked animals a lot. So we don't need to say then, just so, okay? So I thought, and then here we can put I would. I thought I would be a vet to indicate the possibility, right? But while I was growing up, excellent, I saw, because we're in the past, we've got to keep it all in the past in some sense or another. That is not what I would like to be. So while I was growing up, I saw that what I would put in here, Lipe, is actually, because this is a good word to indicate that you're sort of changing your mind, or there's a contrast between something, what you thought and what you ended up doing, okay? I saw that actually it wasn't, because we've got to use the past again, what I would like to be. Yeah. Well, I began to think about other professions, or maybe of. You've got to think and then a preposition. So think about something, think of something, okay?
Okay.
And it came to be an engineer. Not it came to be. I began to think about other professions and
Become?
what are you saying? You're not talking about actually being an engineer. You're just talking about the idea, aren't you?
Yes.
So all we can need to say really is I thought of an engineer. Okay?
Okay.
But I was not totally with 1 T and 2 L's.
Okay.
Not totally sure about that. And I started the Social Sciences College. And I started, because you don't need to put the, we just put, when we're talking about schools or institutions, just I started university or Social Sciences College with 2 L's. In fact, I don't think a future doing that. What do you mean by this here, Lipe? You changed your mind, I think.
I what I mean right that that I don't think working that. Okay.
There's no job. It's too hard to find a
Yes.
job. Okay, so I
Yeah.
don't think theirs is all you need. I don't think there's a future doing that, and then it's perfect.
Okay.
And because you've got that, I would say here so, because it's like therefore, you know, because there's no future, then you started to think about plus ing, okay, to think about being or to think about doing. An electrician engineer, electrical, I think, an electrical engineer, because you need an adjective. Electrician is a noun, okay?
Okay.
So I looked for about what that profession that really do. Okay, so I looked for, what you need to look for is probably information. You need to look for something. Look for information about what that profession actually or really, what I would say here is involves. Or you can't, the profession itself can't actually do something because it's just a job. So you can say the people, what the people who do that profession actually do, or what that profession really involves, okay?
Okay.
And I got, okay, what's this word supposed to be, Lipe? Scared?
Security.
Maybe?
I
Frightened?
don't know.
Fear?
Wait a second. Insurance.
Serious?
Insurance. Safe.
Can you
Safe.
safe? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta
Okay.
save
So
me.
secure.
Yeah.
You mean secure?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I understand what you're trying to say. So I looked for information about what that profession involves, and I felt secure about. I
Okay.
felt secure about what I found. For now, I will follow my dream. Okay?
Oh.
Run behind is a nice one, but we would usually say follow.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, that's
Thanks.
awesome. Well done, Lipe. Do you understand everything there?
Yes. Yes.
Brilliant. Well done.
Understand.
Thank you for that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Best of luck with your new
Thanks.
change of career.
Yes. Thanks.
All right, Raphael, let's have a look at yours. Are you ready to read this to us? Very nicely set out, I must say, today.
Okay. Uh, Perhaps this is the most asked question in our lives. Since when we start to understand ourselves as people, seeking for role models, examples to follow, either good or bad ones, having to burn our last trace of neurons and synapses in order to get to a plausible answer, and realizing that, truthfully, there is no answer. From my point of view, it's not a matter of what you want to be when you grow up, but how much do you want it when you finally discover what you want to be? Because, yes, you'll find out when the time comes. I'm not saying that you like it. So, above all else, work really, really, really hard. However, just as one of my teachers at university used to say, there is no free meal. Lots of further questions will come attached to the answer. Have I made the right career choice? How should I feel when I attain my objectives? Or from where should I begin my endeavor? Will everything be alright in the end? And if something goes wrong? And after years and years of hard work, you finally arrive at your oasis. More and more questions start to arise. That's it? Is this my comfort zone? Heaven? Neverland? Have I attained my objectives? It would be better if I had stopped studying and had started my own business, or my rock band, or my ice cream parlor. Why didn't I invest in stock market when I had the opportunity? If I had become a clown, a soccer player, either way, questions. Regardless of professional, personal, and social aims, with a little life experience I think I have, there is no more straightforward answer to this question than being myself, a good person, friend, son, citizen, lover, engineer, as best as I can be, working hard to issue a positive outcome, learning with my mistakes, living and letting live, day after day, as if tomorrow was the last one. And if you think clearly, in fact, it will be.
Raphael, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. All right, let's go through the English. Not many mistakes in here, just the odd one. So really nicely written, because you've tried to, well, you've just certainly challenged yourself with this. So let's have a look. Perhaps this is the most asked question in our lives, since when we start to understand ourselves as people, seeking doesn't need for. You can say looking for or seeking, okay?
Okay.
Seeking role models, examples to follow, either good or bad ones. Having to burn our last trace of neurons and synapses in order to get a plausible answer. And realizing that truthfully, there's no answer. From my point of view, it's not a matter of what do you want to be when you grow up. Because we're not actually asking the question, we need to put it in the other way around. So what you want to be when you grow up. Because if you need to ask it as a direct question otherwise, Raphael, okay? Because you've got it's not a matter of, we need to put it in a statement form. It's not a matter of what you want to be when you grow up, but how much you want it when you finally discover what you want to be. Because yes, you'll find out when the time comes. I'm not saying that you'll like it. So, above all else, work really, 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 really hard. However, just as one of my teachers at university used to say, I think that was a typo, there's no free meal. In English we say there's no such thing as a free lunch, usually. Lots of further questions will come attached to the answer. Have I made the right career choice? How should I feel when I attain my objectives? From where should I begin my endeavour? Will everything be alright in the end? And if something goes wrong? That's perfect because you've got direct questions, okay?
Okay.
And after years and years of hard work, you finally arrive at your oasis. More and more questions start to arise. That's it. Is this my comfort zone, haven, Neverland? Have I attained my objectives? It wouldn't be better if I'd stopped studying and started my own business or a rock band. Don't ask me why. We just say for a band. Or you can say or my own rock band if you want. Or my own ice cream parlor. Why didn't I invest in the stock market when I had the opportunity? If I had become a clown, a soccer player. You need capitals because
Yes.
it's questions. Either way is 2 words, okay? Either way, questions. Regardless of professional, personal, and social aims, comma, with. You can't have regardless and then the end of a sentence. You've got to have it with something else coming up, okay? With the little life experience I think I have, there's no more straightforward answer to this question than being myself, a good person, friend, son, citizen, lover, engineer, as best as I can be, the best I can be. Working hard to issue a positive outcome, learning from my mistakes. Living and letting live day after day as if tomorrow was the last one. And if we think clearly, in fact, it will be. Very insightful. Thank you, Raphael. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Would you mind if I posted that onto my Facebook page?
No problems.
I think it's a very lovely, insightful answer to the question of today's class, so I'd really appreciate that for the other students.
I think I started asking Kafi about this post on Facebook, but never mind.
What?
I think I was asked for a test for your post on Facebook, but never mind.
You asked for
No
a
problem.
test?
A test.
A
Sorry.
task?
No, just kidding.
Okay. Alright, thanks guys. Thank you all of you. I better let you go because we're a little bit late. But take care. Some awesome writing. I hope to see you soon. Have a good weekend. Bye everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.